Alright, today I'm back on the 81 Goldwing. First time in a long time I've had a chance to work on it, so today I'm going to be adjusting the valves and maybe changing the oil if I have time. So we'll see how that goes. And I'd like to start it up again after that, just to see what it does. And there's some stuff I need to do on the carb jet, but if I have time I'll get to that. Take the valve covers off here. These are 10mm bolts. Pop these off and that'll give you access. You also have to get the motor turned to being top dead center, and to do that there's a on the back of this there's a socket head you can stick on there and rotate the motor. Alright, go free. Should just come right off. You want to do this with a cold engine. So to make the adjustments, what we're after is these right here. You can see the slot in there for a screwdriver. What you'll do is break free these nuts, loosen them. That way you can adjust the screw with the screwdriver, and it sets your gap between your valve and the stud here. To do that though, we need to make sure the engine's in the correct position. You'll have to rotate the engine to get it into the top dead center position for the cylinder that you're working on, and there's a pattern to go through that I'll walk through as we go, as to which ones you adjust at which times. On that bolt right there, you can stick your ratchet on there and turn the motor revolutions until it's on top dead center. Up here you can see that slot. You pop that out and you'll be able to see the timing marks on the top of the engine. So let's get that out now and we'll see what that looks like. Now I don't have the air box on right now because I was working on the carbs, and there's still some more I gotta do, so I haven't put it back on. So there would normally be a air hose here. This one threads down through and connects into this. Alright, well that came out pretty easy, good. There's a line on either side of the opening, and what you're going to need to do is spin the engine, rotate it until the lines are aligned for the right top dead center. One valuable lesson I just learned on this is that there's a cap that you have to take off first. Don't ask me how I know that. This is what they call stupid tacks. So I broke this. So now I can adjust this and rotate the flywheel to read the timing marks, but yeah, I'm gonna have to get one of those, clean out the threads that are stuck in there before I do anything else. But I'm gonna go ahead and adjust the valves anyway because I'm already this far. But yeah, that was dumb. Don't do that. Once you remove the cap that I just broke, and hopefully you did it the right way, what you're gonna do is use a 12mm socket on the bolt for the alternator. The alternator you're gonna turn clockwise in order to spin the flywheel to read your timing marks. So as you do this, I'll show you up here. Start to see the timing marks pass. Okay, there's one. That should be top one. Alright, if you happen to know, that's your timing mark for top dead center one. However, that's for both sides. So a full 360-degree rotation will move from the passenger side to the driver's side. So how you know it's on top dead center is if they don't move, it's not on your top dead center. So we're gonna have to rotate the flywheel again another 360 degrees until it comes back to that top one on the mark. And then these should be a little freer to move. So let's do that. I can hear it shifting to the other side. And we should be coming up on T1 right here. So the timing mark is now at top dead center. This is cylinder 1, passenger side all the way to the front. Usually they might be marked on your spark plug wires too, like these. So 1 and 3 are on the passenger side, 2 and 4 on the driver's side, obviously, with the lower number being towards the front of the bike. Cylinder 1's at top dead center. You can adjust number 1 intake, number 1 exhaust, and number 3 exhaust. And then on the other side, number 4 intake. Alright, so get your feeler gauges ready. The intake is 4 thousandths, 0.004. And the exhaust is supposed to be a gap of 0.005 thousandths or 0.13 millimeters. These are SAE feeler gauges, so that's kind of the closest equivalent. So before I do any adjusting here, I'm just going to see what how this is up here. I can't get that through, that's 0.4. So I think I need to open that up just a little bit. Right down here on this one here. This is a 10 millimeter nut, so we'll do that. Turn this out just a little bit, enough to get our feeler gauge through. So grab a 10 millimeter wrench here. It's kind of hard to describe how you want these to be, but with the 4 thousandths, I don't want it just to drag. Like right here, it's too tight, I can't get it out. Back up just a little bit, you can pull it in and out. Check you can do is take the next size up and see if you can get that in there. And if you can't, it's probably as close as you're gonna get. So 4 thousandths will slide right in there with some resistance. At the 5 thousandths, not gonna go in there. All right, we're back on the driver's side, and when you have top dead center for cylinder 1, you also have it for the intake of cylinder 4. So this one should be free, and we can check this like we did the other side, and then we'll have to do another rotation to check the remaining cylinders. So now we have these adjusted. What we have to do is rotate the engine again another 360 degrees so we can do the remaining, which is 2 intake and exhaust, 4 exhaust, and then 3 intake back on the passenger side of the bike. So now we've rotated it. These ones should be free. Those are locked down. This one should be free. This one should be free. Okay, so now we can check these. Alright, we got all the valves adjusted, so that's exciting. We're going to slap the covers back on and drain the oil, do an oil change real quick, and that'll probably be it for tonight. These gaskets look okay, so I'm hoping that they stay sealed. You know, I'm not leaking any oil. Ignore the stuff that's on the floor. That came out when I took the covers off, so. We're gonna change the oil. This is the oil filter cap here. No. 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 Let's see here. 3, 2, 1. It's not the worst oil I've seen. That's encouraging. Alright, well that's draining. Didn't want to forget to put the timing cover on. It's funny, when I film these, I pretend like people are actually going to watch the video, and that one pretend viewer is going to say, hey, you didn't put this back, but I actually did. Now there's probably plenty of other things I didn't do, but at least I got that one thing. Oh man, this has never been off in 30 years. Oh. Let's see if I can screw this up too. There we go. Oh dear. Rookie mistake. And then your oil filter's right here. Alright, this is the oil filter. I don't even really use wicks anymore. 24940 is the part number. Not sponsored. Nobody would want to sponsor this train wreck. Alright, so we got some new O-rings too. Sweet. Very tight fit, that's cool. So in the book, it has the oil filter towards the engine, washer, spring, cap, bolt. However, it did not come out that way. It came out spring first, filter, washer, cap. We'll put it back the way the book says and see what happens. Well, that's it for tonight. It wouldn't have been a project that I worked on without, you know, we got something done. Got something done we didn't really plan on doing, and then we broke something that set me back more than I would have been if I had not done it. So, typical project for me. Thanks for watching this video. Subscribe if you want to see what else I can break on this bike while I'm trying to get it back to proper running form. The next thing I think I'm going to try to tackle is the timing belt, which should go swimmingly based on what I did tonight. And got to order the parts for that and order the parts for what I broke tonight and see if I can get that fixed somewhat easily. I've also got to finish working on the carbs. I need new gasket setups for the downspouts, and we'll see how that goes. That should hopefully fix most of it. The valves weren't too far out of alignment, so making sure those were all adjusted properly is good to have done, but they weren't too bad, so I don't think they were really causing any issues in how it was running. And you know, a little bit at a time, you know, 1 step forward, 3 steps back should be our motto. Thanks for watching.